nigga.
Oh, this is crazy. Wow. That's disrespectful, yo. Two cats with headlines, with hats on, and the cat with the baldy got the bucket on his lap. And that's how y'all start me off.
Where can we see the comments?
Yo,
This is crazy.
first of all, shout out to everybody who's tuning in already.
Wow.
I'm with two of my cousins right here, obviously. Cousins, you don't know, but the comments they'll show right there. But I appreciate everybody who's tuning in already. Shouts to everybody who is a State of New York Knicks podcast supporter. I appreciate y'all. I have my cousin Brandon with me. My other cousin Quincy with me. Why do I call him Brandon? Because I don't never call him his African name. Why do I call him Quincy? Because I always call him his goddamn African, his Ghanaian name.
Wow.
State, yo, man, I appreciate Coach. You pulled up early. Appreciate you, Coach. Appreciate you, Coach. Who's next? Keep up the great content, yo, man. I appreciate you, brother. I will. I just keep. I gotta keep working. Gotta keep working. But it's just such a blessing to have family members next to you because you get to talk about things that's outside of the Knicks sometimes, right? And today, me and my cousin, Quincy, we actually spoke about this while we was in Ghana to actually bring everybody in the community together and actually talk about Black-owned business and certain things of that nature. Shout out to D Block. Salute my brother, stay in his family and the whole Knicks community. Appreciate you, bro. That's wonderful. With that said, who the fuck is you guys sitting next to me?
You said we was your cousins.
Yeah. So
that's the segue for the introduction. That's the segue. Okay. Well, Joe, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I mean, like, what type of introduction? Like, what? Like, what do you mean?
Who the hell is you?
Yeah, just get who.
Just said it.
My
name is Brandon. That's my real name.
Wow, he went with the government line. Okay,
he said Brandon already.
That's fine.
I could even say none. I was gonna call myself something else, like Luke or something. But I guess he said it to everybody. My name is Brandon. That's obviously this is my cousin. That's my brother. We're from Harlem, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Perfect. So yeah, my name is Quessy. I've known State, y'all call him, but I know him as Yao. I've known him for 30 plus years.
Yao. What is Yao?
What is Yao, man? What day of the week you were born?
Thursday.
There you go. That's what Yao is. You answered your own question. You answered your own question.
Ghanaian.
Yeah, I'm Quessy, born Sunday. But yeah, to my left is my cousin. I've known him for 30 plus years, and to the left of him is my brother. I've known him for 25 plus years. Really excited to speak to y'all. Also from Harlem, New York, old Harlem, and we'll talk about that today. But looking forward to supporting this pod and continuing the conversation. The state has started. Yeah, go.
Yo, what's up, OG?
This is it. Well,
this big oven.
Well,
hold on.
Well, I think it's important to let them know that this is look. But you don't have to duck. That's incredible.
This is going on live. Hold on.
But that's
watch the
whole
wire.
Point is that it's the living room. Like what they think they see. What they think they see. But that's the point. That's exactly the point. It's professional-ish.
Yes.
Yeah, it's professional-ish. But the reality is, it's family up here talking about family business in the family business. And as part of the family business, you have cats walk through your living room with a grill. Like, why they got that? Because we had a cookout last night.
Look like yo, fix yo, what's the come on, yo. Come on, yo.
So
oh God, being a content creator.
Sometimes you mess it up a little more. I ain't gonna lie.
And then I mess it up a little more.
Look at me.
Yeah, this is crazy. He got leaned back with Fat Joe.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good.
Okay. That's excellent.
Yeah, that's good.
Look, live on camera. We gotta fix the goddamn camera.
This is live.
But that's to show you how a business is ran, and that was like one of the main topics that I wanted to get into today, and shouts to every Knicks fan that's pulling up right now, is just black-owned business. Because this business that, my grandfather has started,
And grandmother.
And grandmother, by the way. Shouts to Mary Mensah. Appreciate you. Love you, Grandma. Appreciate you, Nana. Ed to say. But something that she they started years ago. Corsi, I would love for you to explain where the start come from.
Wow.
And how. Oh wait, hold on, OG. I got look at OG.
La cucaracha.
Look, la cucaracha.
La cucaracha.
Look, when you said that shit, I almost fell.
But I would love for Cousin to explain the start of that, because I try to explain it, but my explanation is not really that good. And I feel like my cousin could have a better explanation to Knicks fans than what I can when it comes to black-owned business, but where our grandfather started, the Asante tribe, Accra, Ghana, how my grandmother, our grandmother is an immigrant, actually, from Ghana. You know what I'm saying? So,
no, for sure. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to you, Yao, putting this together, inspiring me to even stretch outside of my comfort zone to be a part of this. I'm a very private person, but family is private. It is the most serious thing to me. And so the opportunity to support you is very meaningful for me. So selfishly, like as much as this is for you, I feel like this is for me. I enjoy the opportunity to show love for family and be there in a meaningful way. And that kind of relates to your question, how did we get here? What was our creation story? And by the way, all of this is sort of stitched together by conversations with family, my dad, RIP, my uncle, Kwame, grandpa when he was alive. And I think there's really 3 phases broadly. I'm not going to be long-winded. Phase 1, time in Ghana. My grandmother's from Kumasi, which is a big state in Ghana. My grandfather's from the Bronhafo region. They worked hard, put themselves in a position to get to Accra, ultimately got to America. So phase 1 is sort of a Ghana life that bridges them to an American life. They got here. Grandpa went to high school, redid high school, went to college, was working for the government as an investigator, and ultimately decided that he wanted to support a liquor business as a worker initially. And that the owner of that business, his name was Fred, actually. And Fred ended up selling it to Grandpa. He was a great worker, a great vision, incredible support network that ties Grandma into that, and was able to buy the business. So he was employee to owner, right? So that's sort of the phase 2 of this. And that owner then became enterprising. And this is the phase 3. That phase 3 looks like starting a family. Our aunt in Ghana, Cecilia, our uncle, RIP, Sylvester Mensah, and our dad. And that included the liquor business that we have today. That included many many nieces and nephews. And so the genesis of it, again, was a Ghana hustle that became an American hustle that ultimately became a family hustle. We have the privilege today to be a part of the conversation. But what business are we in? On camera, the business we're in is we sell liquor. What we really do is we sell culture, right? Like what we really do is provide a space for people to buy liquor, talk about issues. We debate them on it. We go back and forth, and it's really a community space. And we also continue to provide opportunities for others, initially immigrants from Ghana who were coming here. I think about Kwame, think about people we don't even rock with anymore, like Owusu or Uncle Tommy, to, people like us 3 here. Like our first experiences counting, doing math was in a liquor store, first on 114th to 113th. So again, I'm going to cut the mic off me right now, but the genesis, again, Ghana, American vision turned into a family vision, and here we are.
And that's the cool thing to me, about these kind of cultural realms, these places where people can kind of just unpack in the most kind of peculiar places, places you never think, like barbershops and parks, and now the liquor store has become something like that for us, and has been that way for years. And although we're newly here, probably the past almost 2 years now that we've been here at this location, nothing has really changed in terms of the atmosphere, and that's how like the culture and the spirit of the store, all of that stuff there is it's pretty consistent, just due to the type of people that's here. So I think that that type of stuff matters, and I think that going along with just the overall scene of things, it makes it a lot easier to be here, especially when you're doing it with people that you like, have a lot of love for and love, So I think that comes from a different place when you put it into that perspective,
No, that's a fact. I think one of the best things just being black, a black-owned business. I think one of the best things is being in the middle of Harlem, right? Harlem is like its own culture, right? Harlem now is being gentrified to the point where a lot of people is being outpriced from the projects. It was a story where, your pops, my uncle, he had a friend, I forgot which friend he was talking about, but he was saying how the projects, they price scale how much you get paid to the rent.
Yeah, it's income based.
It's income based.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So when it's income based, when it's income based, I got a cousin. You sit your young ass down, man. This is what young motherfuckers, they don't know what the hell to do. No, it's right there. Sit your young ass down. No, sit there, bro. Because you still looking for the piece. Sit your young ass. Listen, come on, man. This is young motherfuckers. These young motherfuckers.
I'm professional.
But just being black owned and having the community rock with us for so many years, and me, growing up on the east side and
so many years, you gotta specify. It's been like 4+ decades. You know what I mean? Like so many years sounds like 2015. You know what I mean? So many years sound like 05. So many years, not 78. That's like 2+ generations, 3 generations.
I ain't got one more.
Nah,
look, OG got one more. Oh man.
I got it one time.
One of y'all. I ain't gonna say one of y'all.
Nah, we ain't gonna pull it for that, OG. Yeah, that's a fact.
You good, dog?
See Mr. King though?
Oh yeah. So shout out to this jersey that OG asked us for. Shout out to Bell Chaz and one.
That's your jersey?
Harlem.
You ain't seen it, do you?
Harlem. Nah. You can show it. You can show the people. I'm just showing the people.
And one small.
It's the N1 official Bell Chaz Harlem.
But the dude that did this shit, they crazy.
Fire.
I got one of them. Yo, I got one of them jerseys. I really want to put it.
You're about to grill over there?
Right on the side of the building there. They already got the grill out.
See, OG wanted OG grilling all summer.
Wash up. I'll bring my beach shit. I'm laying back.
That's
look,
a fact.
Look, all summer. Look,
That's
all
Harlem,
summer.
yo.
It's Harlem.
That's a fact. Appreciate you.
Culture.
Appreciate you.
Harlem. I just wanted to make sure y'all seen that jersey because people like where I'm from, a lot of y'all be from the West Coast and a lot of y'all be from Australia. I think the second biggest community. Oh, nah, you go, OG. Yo, we had the family thing yesterday. So OG, we still putting stuff back, obviously. But the second biggest community. Nah, you go around.
I'm not. Take your time.
Yeah, we got the second biggest community that listens to my podcast is Australians.
Wow.
So yeah.
Melbourne or Sydney? Where they at?
I don't know specifically.
If they on, would love to hear from them. I know it's like 5 a.m. Oh, my man.
Look.
Oh. Arriba. Para centro.
Oh.
One-handed.
OG doing push up.
Wow.
Oh man, make sure you get your calisthenics in.
Pretty good for going on 62.
62 years old?
Yeah, August 2nd, I'll be 60.
August 2nd, God bless you. Ooh.
God willing.
Lord willing.
I ain't fixed it, so I'm doing something right. I'm keep going.
All right.
Y'all stay up.
Yo, you too, OG. with that said, like just running a black-owned business, and shout out to the 131 people that's in here right now and counting on a random Sunday. I appreciate y'all, man. It's black-owned business talk today, man. We're gonna talk about the Knicks later on in sports, but
how was that Juneteenth?
Juneteenth was great, right? Juneteenth was great. I think I was at work, but Juneteenth is a great holiday in general. It's like the black version of July 4th. So we just gonna have to just keep uplifting. It's the black version of July 4th.
Yo, I struggle with it a little bit, Sliz, and it's gonna get to. I know we got a lot of topics to cover. We're gonna talk about the family business. We're gonna talk about supporting each other, and we're gonna talk about Harlem. At least the version of Harlem that you and I experience, and maybe we see it from different lenses.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we got to be clear on Juneteenth, yo.
Like what we're really celebrating.
Yeah, like just to be super clear, like the stated holiday is fun. It's like Black July 4th.
Yeah,
yo, but it's way more meaningful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, like,
is that the day? If I'm, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's the day when the slaves was freed.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, it wasn't like it was a light switch. Like all the slaves was free, and we had you might have heard it in the North. But it'll take you 20 years to be freed in the South. So the fact that we get one day in the middle of the week, that's not our July 4th. Like we may use it in co-op, the holiday for that. But I just want to be clear on Juneteenth. It's way more meaningful. There's no Juneteenth. Like they don't even got a date for Juneteenth. You know what I mean? Like 10th. Like it's 10th. What's 10th?
10th could be 19.
But I ain't trying to get too deep on the pod. I just wanted to say there's more to that.
10th could be
anything. What 10th? From 13th to 19th. 7 days. You know what I mean? We're like 13th to 19th. Anyway, that's not what this is about. You can keep going. You keep going.
Nah,
they usually throw something on Harlem on like 118th Street. This is a spot. What street is Broadway on?
120th in Lenox.
Oh, they did it on 119th in the block of 119th. And it was like a big, they have like a live band, and it's like jazz music and a big crowd. It was cool. That was fun.
119th on not it can't be on Lenox.
No, it's in the block.
Between Lenox and Fifth, probably, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No. Lenox and 7th.
Oh, it's going west. Yeah. Copy.
Oh, but it's a big vibe. Like it's cool though because a lot of that stuff that doesn't happen in Harlem. That's mainly like Brooklyn vibes. Like you don't see that stuff around, which is unfortunate because I remember the other day I was talking to one of my friends and I'm just like, there should be something that's more consistent in Harlem because Harlem is like the overall energy is like it depends.
The game has changed.
Yeah, it's like different vibes.
I mean, Schliz, you remember like way back Beacon program, Catches Your Throw cookouts, like
123rd and
Kenny Hutch Day,
first
Lex Day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there was days for projects. There was days for people who was throwing stuff. R.I.P. Certain cats have a lot of things. And that's all done. There used to be spots back in the day.
That's done because of us, though. That's not done.
That's debatable.
I just think the culture just changed.
It's less of us.
How the culture changed?
Like what you just said.
It's literally less of us. It's not as many of us,
bro. Every time one of those parties or events started, somebody was getting shot at.
That's
so. If that's the case, then it we is the reason why like it's changed. You can't blame
we
that.
Not the reason gentrification happened.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like
we're not.
Just to be clear, you right on the violence. It should be less violent. Full stop.
Yeah,
I'm not supporting that. I can't even debate you on the fact that every time there's an event, there was always stuff going on. I won't.
No, it don't happen now.
I think it doesn't happen as frequent, but it does.
It's rare.
You get PTSD for us. It's like
I do. Yes.
Like,
when I see a large crowd, I'm like, I don't know. Somebody gonna shoot it up.
Here's a question for you. But why? So like, it's not. Yes. Every time, a lot of times they throw events, stuff happen. We the culprits of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now we get into a phase of Harlem is changing. We got more services. There's more things in theory. PAL is better funded. Yes. Milbank has more resources.
Yeah.
Now we on a transition with more infrastructure in Harlem, but we not there. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who benefiting from a disproportionate amount of the benefits that have accrued to the community haven't accrued to the people who've been in the community over time.
Unfortunately, it's kind of like word of mouth. And I also think that the things that we do that's not something we really prioritize.
What you mean?
Like most of the stuff that we're talking about, that things that really benefit the community, I think most of that stuff we don't look at and be like, yo, this is something that we gotta actually actively look into. It's like you see certain people, most of the stuff culturally that we do that we deem to be fun are some things that we've been always doing. It's like nothing much has changed. We like to chill outside.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's just the culture. That's just how we move on certain things. So anything other than that, it's like, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And it's a little ignorant, but it's like, man, I don't want to hear that because that doesn't match the vibe of summer
that I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm
just in general.
You pick the season.
Yeah, it's just like you have I have this conversation like being a product of your environment. Like certain things, your man is not doing it.
Yeah.
His mom is not doing it. Your girl is not doing that. That is something I've never been accustomed to.
Yeah.
And most of these dudes went to the same schools around here too. So
a
lot of the dudes that are from around here.
Wadley, Manhattan, Center.
So it's like
your old school, Frederick.
What FDA?
FDA 1 or 2.
FDA 2. No, FDA 1.
FDA 1. Because FDA 2 on one what?
FDA 2 is on 147th.
Off the 2 channel.
147th and 7th Avenue.
Yeah. I also got to FDA 2. But besides the point, I think that most of the people that do things like that, they're actually not just tapped in because they don't want to be. Like you don't want to take the extra step to gain more knowledge.
I might debate y'all. Like I actually think 2 things. I think thing 1, y'all partially right on both points. We have stuff. There's always a little bit of drama. Cats are stuck in their ways, to your point, and so they don't want to go outside their comfort zone. Yeah. But there's times we want to get outside our comfort zone, but it's just not available. It could be price.
That's
like, there's no way in the world you can't tell me cats don't want to do the block parties that's up and down 8th Avenue that Percy may throw, or when they got the tic-tac-toe all in the community.
Kind of crowds that are there though.
They ain't start doing that until
recently.
The crowds that are there got there.
You know what I mean? Like, the strange thing about Harlem is that, well, probably other places, but I'm only speaking for Harlem because like we're here.
Yeah.
So it's like different avenues are different vibes. So it's like you go over there.
That's a fact. Different streets. It's not even avenue by avenue. That's a fact.
Go to Boulevard, you see different types of people.
Totally.
Nah, that's a fact. No, it's the spot.
Yeah,
I think it's the spot.
You go on Lenox, you see different types of energy. You go on Madison,
totally.
Fifth Madison, Lexington, like different energies.
So totally.
I think that it depends on what you like, and I like. Of course, I think that if people was into certain things, who wouldn't? Like, you see a lot of cool things, you can meet a lot of cool people, but I just think that you have a certain energy that you like, and it's consistent. So I struggle with that in Harlem. Well, being from Harlem too, because I'm a type of person I could be anywhere, like, and be perfectly fine by like the energy that I'm at. So sometimes, like, I see certain people and I'm like, man, this thing just happening here. Like, it's other things to do. And I wish that, traveling like Brooklyn, going around and stuff, I wish that energy was here. And there's like certain things of it. Like, you see certain, I guess, accents of it. You see certain things here. But like, you go to certain places like Brooklyn, it's like, oh, Brooklyn
vibe
every weekend.
The whole borough.
You go to Harlem, it's like,
where we at?
Yeah.
Where do we go?
Where do we go from here? And like, you don't want to be going downtown all the time. Like,
that's a fact.
You don't want to be going downtown.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna go 34th Street.
They might have to come through to the living room. We can talk about that later. Maybe we just need to create the vibe.
Probably so. But like, I don't want to go downtown and spend $50 on a shot of Margaritaville.
Maybe they need to go grab a bottle on 113th and Lenox, and we need to be in the back in the living room. Maybe what we looking for. Anyway, that's not the topic for right now. I want to keep Slid wherever you trying to go, Slid. I had 3 things I wanted to discuss, but I want to go where you want to go.
Whatever way I want to go.
I
don't do.
It's
I usually like I usually like write notes upon with like what I want to talk about, but then after a while it's like, all right, whatever.
So we just talk. So I'm gonna go back to the sequence. I had 3 things I want to talk about. I'm gonna talk about the first. One of the things that's been super exciting for me is seeing y'all development around y'all extracurricular activities. Like, what y'all do for a living is probably not what y'all the most passionate about. But what y'all invest, like how much y'all invest in y'all passions is so motivating for me. my man Slit, we grew up together playing Final Fantasy, trying to
Oh, yeah,
hide,
that's my shit.
put the towel over the
I show Nick fans
PS1.
all the time.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
still show
hide
them.
in the back. You know, watch you talk about being an illustrator. We going whatever, and then to see you do the podcast and blow up. I'm like, yo, how do I get involved? Or my younger brother, one of my brothers, Joe, invest time in his music, and he got a whole nother, like he literally has an alter ego. Like they call him Alter. Like it's a whole different lane. And so when we went to Ghana, I kept saying to myself, well, how do I go from a fan to a fan and a family member to like how do I invest time in trying to advance that? And I'm sure everyone here, any one of your supporters, any one of your community got family, friends that's investing a lot of time in something. And it's one thing to be like, yo, I really like what you're doing. It's another thing to be like, I'm gonna show up to your concert. Yeah. It's another thing to be like, I'm gonna be on your podcast.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Or you going to I'm gonna make an introduction. Yeah. Or like I'm gonna like something and then tell 15 people that you don't know about it so they could become fans or whatever. Fans, And so one of the things I wanted to talk about with y'all is like, yo, how do we as a family do more of that with each other, for each other, and maybe to your community? Ultimately, is this something they thinking about? Like, how do they invest more in their family to support people's ambitions beyond you all like what you're doing? That's good, but might not be all that you could do.
It doesn't always translate. Sometimes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's more so like dudes be like, man, you got a lot of potential.
Yeah, but like what's the next step? Like, are you gonna show up on my pod? Are you gonna make an introduction? Are you gonna talk about you want to run around? And someone's like, yo, like, what does your brother do? Yeah, he went to, but like, yo, my brother make music. Here it is. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, go follow him. I'm gonna send you the link. Oh, what's your cousin do? Oh, yeah, my cousin's a pod. Come on, state of New York. You on it yourself? Nah, but I'm gonna be on there on the 23rd. Anyway, that's important to me. How do we show up, invest in our family, and do that?
Well, yo, that's a good question.
One more key.
Yo, that's a great fucking question. I'm not gonna lie, because it starts off. So for me, it starts off of investing in yourself first.
It's a fact.
I think you have to like show people that you're willing to put your best foot forward. Yeah. In order for them to put their best foot 100%. Forward with you to where you need to go. I think that's one. It's two. I think having the confidence. You gotta like talk that shit into existence.
Tell me about that. So what that look like for you?
So for example, on Nick's Twitter, I'm one of the most confident people on Nick's Twitter. I tell Nick fans I'm never wrong.
We could debate that, bro.
I told a Nick fan the other day, look, even when I'm wrong, I'm right.
But you really like RJ.
Yeah, RJ.
You said you never wrong. We don't gotta do that right now, but I want to understand what that means. Like, not that what RJ means for you, but what it means to invest in yourself. I just want to know.
You funny.
Nah, because we just
shout out to RJ Barrett
in Toronto. In another state, like sorry, another country.
But as far as like staying the course, I think overall you got to show belief within yourself, right? So for me, the route that I took, and I see my little cousin, he does music and stuff like that.
Which one?
Kojo. Yeah, Kojo. Like Kojo and Bryce, or everybody. You get what I'm saying? Like even my little sister do here. Everybody do something. Yeah. But the route that I took, I like catalog. Catalog was very important because if I'm just going to give you audio podcasts, I got to have a lot of them shits. But I also need to have a fan base, and I also need to have a social media, multiple of them, where a lot of Nick fans, even from in Australia and stuff like that, they can see me. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing audio podcasts first. Then we went to Ghana, right? We in Ghana. Yo, Kwasi, man, I don't know if I want to start this YouTube channel, man. What you mean? You might as well. Like you got to this point. I mean, and then I was just telling you, like, you know, I didn't feel. I forgot what I said. I told him some bullshit. I ain't even gonna lie. I told him like I didn't feel comfortable, or I didn't have the confidence. It was one of the two things that I said. And he looked at me and said, "Nigga, you already did mad at them already. What's stopping you now? What do you mean confidence, right? So that's what I try to preach to Nick fans.
What you're saying, though.
You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to start and then I'm on a YouTube live stream. Shouts to 184 people watching live right now.
Wow.
I didn't want to be on a YouTube live stream. It's just 5 people watching.
But
that should have.
My first song. I mean, I've been making music since middle school.
Hear me now.
No, even before that, I was in a group.
Oh, first song, not first music video.
No, not my first music video. Just first song. I remember when I used to fight for 20 listens.
Wow.
I was in a music video with 3 people. In the group, 3 of us.
Music video or the song?
No, songs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
School.
Yeah.
I remember SoundCloud used to have this function where you could record songs on, like you could put your phone and record yourself on SoundCloud and like, do it. So we used to have a laptop in my one of my friend's studio. Now it wasn't a studio; it was literally like a crib or like a basement. And we used to put the phone next to the laptop and record the song on the SoundCloud, and like meaning that everybody that goes up can't make a mistake. Like,
I ain't realize. Like, I just peeped what you said.
Doing a hook or a verse, and then I have to come back and redo the hook. Like at this time, I'm in school, posting these things on SoundCloud, and I'm like, I can't even get 20 listens. Yeah, I can't even get 20 listens. That's gonna fuck with you. And this has nothing to do with anybody else from that point in my life, but now like I'm the only one that stuck to that dream, that thing that made sense to me. And now it's like I was in a group. Now me and my youngest brother that make music together now, not together, as separate artists, but solo artists, and we made a song.
Y'all collaborate together.
Yeah, we have a song, and then now it has close to 100,000 plays on Spotify.
Wow.
So if I didn't stick, and I'm not saying that, I mean obviously it'd be bigger than that, but if I didn't stick to the play or stick to the plan, I would have been like discouraged from the jump and be like, yo, I can't get 20 plays. I don't
That's
even know.
A fact.
I don't even know if I can call 20 friends. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So it's like for me, I mean, as a creative and stuff like that, it's easy to look at something and be like, yo, especially starting out in the beginning, like, yo, 5 people in here. Those are 5 people you don't know.
That's a fact.
These are not family members. Like, I think that to myself sometimes, like, yo, keep posting your music. I remember Tyler the Creator said something once. It was like, yo, keep posting yourself. Like, who cares if 5 persons? All you need is 1 person to look at your joint. Yeah. It could be 1 view and it's like some crazy ass podcast dude. And he's like, yo, he put you on and I was lit. Like, it could be 1 view in here. You could be, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. And I'm going to give you and I'm not like, y'all way more researched on this stuff. I'm like a partial numbers guy. Your boy Bieber, not your boy, but you know who he is. I think it was 299 YouTube videos. 300. 1 cat changed his life. Usher saw the joint. It was like, I'm putting you on. Yeah. So if he did 299 and said, I'm done, that 300th might have been Usher. He might have just missed it, right? So you got to keep going. But so what y'all doing makes sense. But the thing that I think is really important, and I'm trying to get myself there personally, is like, yo, your ambition, if you got family you rock with, you probably rock with a lot of your family in some aspects, hopefully in all aspects, like keep them in the loop, yo. Like it could be just a brainstorm. Like you could tell me this is a bad idea. You don't know what lane I'm in, but you know me. Yo, Ben, I don't think what you're doing is consistent with how you move. Like, does this make sense? Like when you and I got to talking about the pod and all this other stuff, you telling me stuff clearly that didn't make sense. I'm looking at you like, what does that mean? Not because I know your line of business, because it just didn't feel like the I knew. Or you telling me and I'm pushing you, like, I don't know when your album going to drop. I'm asking. I know you ask him more than me. That's what we need. So I think as a community, broader, as a family, we need to do more to support each other, because that's an easy way for us to get ahead. That's the lowest hanging fruit.
Yeah, I think because I honestly think this conversation, like I understand when he's talking about each other confidence. It's like you're not questioning your ability. It's never the ability.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like sometimes it is ability. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's ability, because you hear, imagine at a higher level, you hear people like saying, "This is your best thing."
Yeah.
This is what it is. This is what you're supposed to do. Your opus. I'm like, this is the best. It's the best you could possibly get.
Yeah.
And you're trying to convince yourself like, is this the best you could possibly get?
Yeah.
And then you're like, and then you're fighting with yourself like, nah, I could be better.
There's
than
another
this.
level.
And then you're like, nah, this is the best I could possibly. So you
It's the tug of
constantly
war
deal
in
with
your
that
head.
thing.
Pause. Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. So it's like dealing with that vibe. Dealing with that vibe is very
But y'all
pleasant.
both got hairlines. I know we talking about something serious, but I got a serious detour. Like if I had hair, man, like you talking about confidence and how important that is. Some of the confidence come from good content. Some of the confidence come from like you just super charismatic. Some of the content actually come from like appearance. Like y'all both have hairlines. Your beard connect. You know what I mean? Like, you got braids. Like I can't even Photoshop braids that look crazy, right? Like y'all need to have the confidence because y'all talented. Y'all got the community. And like this sound crazy. I got hairlines. Like anyway, we don't gotta talk about this too long.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but like I just think that
If you were bored, I would say stop. Full stop. I would say it's over. Like,
I mean, I personally think that for me in particular, and y'all can speak on this too. For me in particular, it was. I think that for me, with especially the music and everything like that, it wasn't mainly like confidence. It was like you just sitting there like making music, and then you got to be also comfortable with like feeling. Like I would want my intuition, like I'm gonna go to the studio, I'm gonna hit something every time.
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go to the studio and spend money and feel like, how can you not feel like you made something that was good? I mean, that wasn't good, and feel like you didn't waste money.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to try to be like, you know what, I didn't waste money. I'm just like, it's reps in the gym.
It's an investment.
Yeah.
Why you didn't get your own equipment though?
I do have it. I'm on it.
So then, what's the issue?
It's no issue. I just went by. I went by craft. So originally, I wanted to do I wanted to make beats, and then I was like, I'm not really tight lyrically yet. And then
you can still do both though.
You can, but how I focused on it was very different. Like my approach to music was very different. It was like, I have an album called Status, and Status.
That's fire.
Something I was made in like, probably like a month or so, and it was just like I freestyled every song on that album because I just was going through stuff that I went through it already, but I didn't express it. You know what I'm saying? So like I went to the studio and I was just like using that as like therapy. Like I was going to the studio, like that was my like therapy. So I was able to make songs consistently and be in that realm, in that space, and try my best to. It just came naturally. So at one point I felt like at some points, probably like a year ago, I just felt like I wasn't making music naturally. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't feel like it was second nature to me. You know? So I had to kind of just like keep pushing myself to go the distance. You know, even when you're tired, you're like, yo, I gotta keep going to the studio. Like, if I don't go to the studio, it's not because if I don't drop music, it's not because I'm not recording. It's just because like I gotta be confident in what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be okay with what I'm doing. I didn't stop working. You may think that.
That's
not
a
you,
fact.
but just people. You know.
So, a lot of people think that you gotta always work. That's why it kills me when like a person. Let's say I'm on Twitter, and a person with a random Abby. You got an Abby of fucking water in your Abby. You're not even a real person. You don't even have the confidence in yourself to put your picture on social media. So when you do comment on somebody's tweet, whatever you comment, it automatically goes back to you. So whatever pushback you get that pushback with your face behind it. But the fact that you got a picture of water in your Abby, you can say anything you want to say to me because there is no like consequence for what you do.
Because they're looking at the water.
I don't know who the fuck you are. And
we're in troll culture though. So it's like that's just what's gonna come with the territory.
I got a controversial comment.
That's
great. Yo, I love it because it'll keep cats honest.
I think it's great too.
I think it's phenomenal. By the way, quick sidebar I'm a married man, happily married. My wife is telling me that it's beyond halftime. I might be in bonus time. So in like 20 minutes, I gotta get out of here. I'm getting texts like it's unfair. You know what I mean? So just FYI. So I got a timer on my watch. She said something like not cool. So I got 26 minutes left.
Not cool.
Not cool.
Bad. Like disappointment. Like actual disappointment. Like, you know,
with
like,
the face. Which emoji face is it? Oh, that
The sad one.
So like I got 26 minutes to sell.
No. Speaking of that,
Yeah.
Let's switch it up. Marriage.
Oh wow. That's a
Right.
crazy transition.
Can't talk about that one.
I'm in the doghouse now. You speaking of doghouse. They was zooming on my face too. Let me put my hat down.
No, but when it comes to like marriage and things of that nature, and just being a man, what kind of stresses you think that men go through when it comes to like marriage, and what's some of the things like you been trying to do yourself in order to like navigate through the waters? Because me, I'm different. Like I'm single. You just slinging penis everywhere.
Oh wow,
that's frustrating.
Crazy.
That's very frustrating. That's pause.
Everywhere to put your hand over it. That's crazy. Yo, that's a wild pause.
Well, slinging bell everywhere.
Yo,
if you want me to say that,
what podcast is this? Yo?
What?
Howard Stern? Like, yeah.
All right, so Bell.
Yo, that's crazy. Everywhere?
No, not everywhere.
Yo, hey, yo.
No, bunch of women.
Yeah, just be specific. Yo, everywhere. Crazy. And then the everywhere is crazy. But no, it's a great question.
No, yeah. Look,
no, I get the
no.
spirit of the question for sure. Mm-hmm. Look, I mean, I've had phenomenal role models, and I want to redefine role. Some people believe that a role model. Some people believe that a role model is someone who did everything right, and you can learn from the people who did everything right.
Yeah,
I actually think some of my best role models will show me what not to do, right? And kind of reframe the way I think about decisions. Like there are people I love who have made decisions that I would never do. And by the way, I think they may appreciate that. Like some of it was like, yo, I did this. You've seen me do it, and I don't want you to do that. I actually learn a lot more from people who have done things that I would never do than the people who have done things that I like to emulate. So that's the context. Further context, growing up in Harlem in the time, 80s, baby, when there was a different Harlem. It was just crack epidemic, tail end,
cocaine, fiends
we
everywhere.
Didn't own Harlem.
Nope.
There was, drug dens. There was a lot of that, but that never defined us. In fact, to a large extent, I think that our brand, my view, was very positive. Like we saw things that were questionable, negative, experienced challenges that have built me into a better man. And so my whole platform, marriage and as a parent, is can you do better? Right? Like if everything you've done is just okay, everything you've experienced is just okay, can you do better? And everything. So what does that mean? Better partnership with my wife. Like that doesn't mean anything with a partnership with my parents and their partners, but can I just do better? And I would hope my son would do the same, right? Okay, you got lucky, you win the lottery, you got great parents, you got great cousins. Like we actually just all rock with each other. Can they do better? Like, can you be beyond rock with each other? I don't know what that looks like, but I want to put in my son's head, I want to put in my wife's head that if everything we've seen is just okay, it's amazing, but just okay, can we do better? And that's always my mindset. Can I do better than everything I've seen? Positively and negatively. And again, the hardest part about it is trying to convince your loved ones that what they've done is enough to make you successful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to slight my uncle or my dad or anyone else. It's just like, yo, that was enough. That was amazing. I'm glad you gave me this foundation. My goal, my son's goal, my wife's goal is can we do better? And that's how I think about it. Everything they did was enough, and can we do better?
Yeah, that doesn't mean that you want to do better. That means that they did bad.
That's a fact.
I think some people have that like misconception.
Exactly.
Because it's like they feel like there isn't any ceiling. Like I tried my best, and there's nothing wrong with you trying your best. Because everybody tries their best. But it's like if you can take care of a situation,
it depends.
Well, not everybody.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
It's
different between trying and doing.
I'm saying very specific though.
Yeah.
Like very specific to just our lifestyle. But everybody tries their best in terms of just like what we've experienced necessarily. But the do better part is like I think sometimes it's a misconception just on a parent standpoint. I feel like if you want to say, I can do better than that, if you say that openly, you might hurt somebody.
You might slight someone.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean do better? Like I didn't do it. Like I didn't do this, and it's like it's not about that. I just feel like if I'm looking at you as the model, any model, it's like okay, I'm an artist. If I feel like Kanye West is my peak of terms of just overall like production and what he's done in
Yeah.
music and stuff, and I feel that way as an artist, I actually want to feel like I want to do better than him.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that I don't think that he's the best.
Yep.
I just feel like I just want to do better than him.
That's a
And
fact.
anybody that doesn't aspire to do something like that is insane.
I'm with you.
So I just feel like, some people can feel that way, but I think that they just because they don't really understand the grand scheme of things.
That's a fact. I want to build on that because I think the way I would define it, and this is also for cousins and siblings, I want my ceiling to be your floor.
Exactly.
Like that's what, like I actually look at my ceiling as the foundation for everybody else. Like if I think my marriage is successful or whatever I think, I want y'all to be like, yo, that's I can at least do that, and I gotta do better.
Do better. Yeah.
For everything. For my cousin Kwabna, for my cousin Sam, for my brothers, for my sisters, for his cousin Jasmine. And that's another thing we don't gotta talk about on this pod. One thing that's really cool about our family is we cool with everybody's family.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, like I go, if I see Jasmine right now, it's a big hug. I saw Tamara, it's a big hug. I go see DP, it's a big hug. My man Stu come home, all love this way.
Mm-hmm.
2cc Stu, all love. Get in the car wherever you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
We out the Ghana see Sam, all love. Like that is different.
Yeah.
And I hope for all of them, my ceiling, your ceilings are their floors. That's my philosophy in life. Everything. My ceiling is your floor.
My ceiling is your floor.
That's my philosophy in life.
That's a crazy ass quote. I think
that's my philosophy in life.
So all you want to do is kind of like lay the foundation.
That's what it is.
That foundation is like, because in your head you might think, man, I went crazy. But it's like if I could sit there and like pull somebody up in that situation,
bruh,
and I allow them to build a bigger ceiling.
That's success.
That's success to me. I agree with that too.
My ceiling is your floor. And if I'm not, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. We're not accomplishing nothing.
What are we doing?
Because everything translates, everything relates. Like that's kind of like everything just connects to each other. So it's like it doesn't matter what the situation is. You called me and asked me questions about things that I never went to school for.
Yeah.
But because you feel as though the lifestyle that I live or the things that I'm into translate to asking the question.
It all translates.
So it's like, so everything, like when you really look at it, everything connects to each other. Like everything makes sense.
And that ties back to my earlier comment. And sorry, can I comment? Topic. How do we invest more in each other? How do we bring more people in the living room? More people in the living room, better for you. Yao is leading, my perspective. Mm-hmm. He got people coming from Staten Island, bros I haven't even been to. Well, that's not true. Bros I don't go to as much. And I'm like, how do I support him? Because he's holding us down. Visibility, access, people coming through. I mean, how do I support y'all? Like, again, our ceiling should be the next generation floor. My view.
No, that's valid.
Yeah, that's valid.
I gotta leave because my wife is blowing up
She
my
said,
phone.
hit you with the
Not cool.
Because she
With the pouting, with the emotion real quick.
again. No, the last thing before Kwasi.
No, I got 18 minutes, I think.
Yeah. 18 minutes. Before Kwasi want to get out of here, it's 216 people in here. I appreciate y'all watching this live.
You going to Randall?
Yeah, we gotta get to the sports talk because I want to get this sentiment out of the way, because I put multiple videos on my Twitter account where it's been me talking to Brandon.
Yep.
Brandon give me something about the Knicks. It's me talking to you. You're giving me something about the Knicks. I had that comic and I got it sold. Coach, what the hell does that mean?
Which comic? Which one is this?
No, he's probably talking about the Spider-Man comic that I got in front.
With the Wonder Man.
Spider-Man and Wonder Man, because Wonder Man is definitely coming out. Wonder Man is definitely coming out soon. When wifey call, it's time. Yeah.
That's a big fact. That's a big fact.
So I wanted to get this segment out of the way real quick, and just talking and bringing it to the Knicks. I also, we definitely gonna have more of these family conversations on the pod. But Cuzzo, we had a conversation about Julius.
Which Cuzzo?
You.
Okay.
You. Because I had a conversation with DP too.
Pause.
And pause. Yeah, that's mad pause. Yo, that's just not crazy. And
yo.
yeah, that's crazy. And both my older cousins, both of them, they had the same fucking take, just different ways, right? So I asked my cousin Kwasi about Julius Randle. Should the Knicks keep Julius Randle? I told him they should. I gave him various reasons, culture. He was the reason why we got here, this, that, and third. But then he tells me that Julius Randle should be gone.
Yo, it's a simple question, Sliz. If you add Julius Randle, is this an Eastern Conference? Are they representing the East in the NBA Final? If the answer is no, then what are we talking about?
If you add Julius Randle,
you know the answer is no.
Would they represent the East this
He's
season?
Big beans. All of Boston is cooking them.
This season's coming up right now.
Yeah.
This season coming up?
Yes.
I don't think him by himself get the Knicks.
Bro, then why are we talking about him?
That's a good question.
Like, this is not 2K. Like, what are we talking about?
Especially would allowed also Jalen Brunson to shine too. A lot of people allowed.
By the way, not just Jalen.
No, but JB, but JB, Randall averaged 24 and 11 with JB.
Bro,
he's going through a winning
streak.
He
don't play. He's a below the rim pause big. Don't play no defense. He can't guard 1 through 5 on Boston. Maybe he can guard Horford. He might be able to guard
Horford. Oh my god.
He getting pick and roll to death at Philly.
No, but we beat Philly without him.
No, that's my point. You don't need him to beat Philly. You only need him to beat Indiana and Boston.
Even with Indiana, you felt like he could have helped it in that series.
The Knicks played they was playing the Westchester Knicks. There was no one on the Knicks. You had no Brunson, no Robinson, there was the Westchester Knicks. You and I should have put on our jerseys.
But if you swap Randall out, who would you swap him with?
That's the question. Because I'm going super non-traditional. You know who you're going to give me? Crazy. Miles Turner would be a gift. Cat would be a gift. He's too expensive.
KBA's way too expensive.
Oh, my goodness.
I'd take Gafford and Lively over Randall.
Oh.
Pick and roll them to
yeah.
I'd take them over Randall. Pick and roll.
Y'all hear? This is not me.
Here we go. I would take,
I'm telling y'all.
Hear me out. I would take Derek Jones, who was a he was a dunk contestant. He was a dunk contest contestant.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, who's the other boy? PJ Washington over Randall.
I don't know. Not PJ Washington.
Are you kidding me? 2 wing players?
PJ Washington?
Bro, what does Randall give you?
I'm not saying
what is it?
Yo, look.
I think they're wrong.
He chat.
All right, so D. St. Cassie and them chat. I get it. They Randall fans. PJ Washington and Derek Jones.
Look. No, I get what you're saying.
Hold on.
Because if Randall can't guard nobody 1 through 5, and you got PJ Washington and Derek Jones who can guard multiple positions, and they both don't need the ball, and they both shoot a
3 and D. Yeah, what are we talking about?
And you got Jalen Brunson.
What are we talking about? That's exactly what I'm talking about. They shut down. Hold on. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hold on. These same cats saying that. And Minnesota beat who I think they beat the best team in the NBA.
In Denver.
They beat Denver in 7.
Yes.
Kyrie and Luka went to work. But you know who really went to work? PJ Washington, and Derek Jones, Lively, and Gafford. On paper, you can't tell me Dallas, who lost in 5, is better than Denver. The difference was the matchup. The difference in the matchup was Derek Jones and PJ Washington.
We did think Denver was going to go back to back.
Nah, I didn't think they was going to go back.
Then you're bugging. Jokic got everything in his bag. And Sean, let me be super clear. I'm not saying Derek Jones is nice. Let's be clear. I'm not saying PJ Washington is nice. I'm saying for the Knicks squad, they need wings. Y'all showed what Josh Hart can do and what DiVincenzo could do. Healthy OG, they beaten Indiana clearly. A healthy OG in 4 minutes had 6 points?
He quick like 6
points. Y'all wasn't missing a Randall. Y'all was missing Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, him too.
That's what y'all was missing.
Yeah.
Randall, y'all wasn't missing points. It was rebounds and a cat who had good chemistry on offense.
Who would you keep? And I can ask y'all both this question. Who would you keep out of Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein?
Healthy?
Healthy.
Or period?
Just no, healthy.
Healthy players
It's
Healthy.
easy. I think it's easy. Who you say?
to keep out.
No, who are you
who
keeping
would you
on the
keep?
squad? You can't afford both.
Can't afford
Okay,
both.
for again, I'm sorry.
Healthy.
Mitch
Isaiah
Robinson
Hartenstein
or Mitchell Robinson?
Mitchell Robinson.
All day. Healthy. The biggest problem is Mitchell Robinson never healthy. Never healthy.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's.
I think you
No,
keep both.
That's unfortunate though.
Yeah,
By the way, we see, again, if you try to build a championship team, I'm just looking at a championship team, not like who's going to win 60 games in the regular season to be the Phoenix Suns. A lot of people here, maybe they trying to be the Phoenix Suns. You want Amari and Sean Marion, but that's not a championship team.
Mm-hmm.
You need two athletic bigs who can guard Jokic. They may get there.
That's a great question too. Who's stopping Embiid? Because Embiid was injured this week.
Bingo. And that's Hartenstein and Ruff. I actually think you need two healthy bigs.
If you have a better front court, if you have a
You
healthy
need
front
a good front court.
Yeah.
Cat and them showed you that with Cat, Nas, and Gobert.
But the Celtics is running Tatum at the 4, and you got Porzingis and Al Horford.
The only
at
reason
5.
why they smoked Dallas is because of matchups. Jokic and them beat them in 4. There's no one to guard Jokic.
I agree. I think
Left hook, right hook, left hook, right
It's
hook.
not beating the Nuggets.
How?
It's not happening.
I know that's a debate. It's a debate. I'm not saying it's
I think
obvious.
the Celtics had the easiest. They
For
smoked a
sure.
lot of
But they're not
did.
even beating
unhealthy
Minnesota.
teams.
They're not beating Minnesota.
They did, but that's the reason why you get the 1 seed.
You know what I'm saying? They're not beating Minnesota. I'm
Wasn't
saying out the
Minnesota 1 seed?
West.
So matchup wise, they would have. I believe they would have more issues with Minnesota
And Denver.
but I still think the Celtics beat Minnesota only because of experience, not because of they're just flat out better.
Where did they go?
Bro.
They've been in the finals before.
Yeah,
Minnesota never been there.
And they lost. So
Yeah,
it's
but
like-
that's the reason why you would beat Minnesota.
And they was also super young too.
You know, but you know
I need to get out.
that's my sentiment. Look, cause
Hold on. I just gotta say two things.
go ahead.
It's not a comment, it's a question.
Yes.
I know there's a lot of Randall fans. Randall is a hyper productive player in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen him in the postseason in a limited way.
Oh, civil rights numbers. That's what I call them.
It's bad.
Joe Fawkes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad.
No, that ass.
He damn near Jared Dudley.
No, he's worse.
Yeah.
He's worse.
Like what Atlanta did to him was embarrassing.
No, last year was embarrassing too.
Yeah.
He was really horrific in the
what
playoffs.
Miami did to him was embarrassing. We
Disgusting.
should have beat that team.
James Posey, dark skin though.
Yo, it's terrible. And the question for the Knicks fans: if you got a Brunson-led squad, Kwame Brown,
Nah.
But if you got a squad, that's great. That's very good. A lot of role players playing a lot of minutes.
Yes.
The question y'all got to ask yourselves is: does Randall get y'all to the NBA championship? And if not, why is he there? Oh, sorry. And the third question is: and if not him, who? I gave y'all who. Y'all can debate it. That's fair. But I think the prototype is 2 wing players. Y'all don't need another below the rim ball hogging big.
I agree.
Yo,
Especially if he's gonna play a paint game and he's literally putting people in the post from the 3-point line. No way.
Dribble.
There's no way.
No rhythm in the game.
They got putting people in the post.
So basically, to answer this last
out.
question, Cuzzo, and try to get you out of here, because I don't want Crystal to punch you in the face and then punch
I don't
me
even
in
know
the
who that
face.
is. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that. I'm talking about. I got to get home and see my wife and my son. I don't know who Crystal is.
Like with the Knicks build, Jalen Brunson, 6'1" guard.
Yep.
You want a tall wing at the 2 position because Jalen Brunson's 6'1".
Yes.
At the 3 is OG Anunoby. You still have OG Anunoby in this mix.
Yeah.
Do you feel like OG Anunoby could play some 4, or do you prefer for another player, for a prime example, like Paul George?
You know who you go give me solve the whole problem?
Detector.
What's the cat at Memphis?
Who?
Which one?
Big.
Oh, Jaren Jackson
Go
Jr.?
get me him. Yo.
Oh, my God.
Go get me him, yo. If y'all really want a big, go get me a stretch big who can shoot and go and get boards. Go give me
But
that.
Jaren Jackson Jr., a horrible rebounder.
We got Hartenstein or whatever. He blocked though.
What's the dude on
He
He do blocks.
shots.
He's he
do
go
block shots.
the
You
dude
know
on
what I
Denver?
mean?
The dude on Denver.
Denver.
Who, Aaron
Oh,
Gordon?
go give me Aaron Gordon. Go give me Aaron Gordon. I know that's crazy. Go give me that.
Expensive.
And that's affordable. He's more affordable than Randall. Randall gonna want a max contract.
Gordon?
Yeah, Randall gonna want a max contract. He's not a max contract guy.
I don't know why he would be more affordable than
Shit, I mean, shit.
But because Randall's gonna want a max contract. We gave him 3 years, $60 million. Why?
Max contract with no wins.
He worse than Zach Randolph. I know that's
No, he's not better than Zach Randolph. I agree with that. But media wise,
but that's
Randall
you don't
brought
want a
us here.
championship in the media. San Antonio media was trash. Duncan don't even speak to the media. Kawhi don't speak to the media.
That's a fact. I think that's a fact.
Yeah, none of them speak to the media.
It's not
Tony Parker and Manu not even from this country. I don't know if they speak to the media.
Yes.
Boris Diaw don't want to speak to the media.
Yes. Yo, it depends, man.
Man, back in the day, I would have taken Shane Battier over there.
Yo,
that's not controversial.
It's not controversial. I was like Shane Battier.
Yo, Knicks fans, it ain't me. So don't when I shit this video, don't come at me and say, "Oh, State."
Y'all can go eat Randall, and y'all gonna run 4 power forwards. Y'all might as well have. Who is the big man? Oh my God, light skinned dude who played for the Knicks. He was like a 6'10" point guard. Way back then.
Mason, Anthony Mason.
No, he's not 6'10". He was dark skinned, light skinned cat.
Anthony Mason.
He's
dark skinned. Oh man,
Mason dark skinned.
Yeah,
you know what Randall is? Nah, I'm not.
Nah, wait.
Who better, Ben Simmons or Randall?
Which Ben Simmons we talking about?
Whichever, the best Ben Simmons or Randall?
Randall.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the fact that that's even a conversation.
The best Ben Simmons.
By the way,
I'm not swayed by the media. I know the best Ben Simmons.
But well, if you're talking about in the
look, that's the media.
The fact that that's a conversation.
That's not the media. That's literally right now.
The fact that that's a conversation tells you what you need to know.
That's a fact too. That's true.
The fact that y'all debated Ben Simmons versus Randall tells you what you need to know.
Nah, Randall.
I'm not debating that though.
Randall thought about it.
And that's the problem. You're a Knicks fan.
No.
Ben Simmons has no left, and he's lefty.
I was only talking about Ben Simmons. Oh gosh, shout out to both my cousins.
I'm still gonna be here, just like let me know when.
I got you. Shout out to both my cousins, man. Look, the random slander is crazy. Yo, it wasn't me today. Y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna you ain't gonna be mad at me today. That was all Kwasi. That was not me. Don't believe what Randall slander. Oh man, yo. This was a great show, a great pod. I'm gonna make sure I try to get many more of these going. Right. I'm gonna make sure I get the goddamn what's the word I'm looking for? I'm gonna make sure I get the audio out tonight of this pod. This was a great show today. Once again, shout out to all the Knicks fans that's tuning in right now. 266 watching live. I don't even know how many is watching live from Instagram or anyone or Twitter or any one of those websites, but it's such a great honor. It's such a great pleasure to have Knicks fans who supported me from the beginning. What I will do, tonight, I'm definitely going to record another podcast. I definitely want to talk about some of the numbers that I've been looking at when it comes to the New York Knicks and who some of the players that they should target for the New York Knicks. I also want to talk about, a dream scenario with the New York Knicks. I've also been thinking about, last but not least, when it comes to New York Knicks, Brandon Ingram. And I know it sounds crazy, like State, why you bringing up Brandon Ingram? Brandon Ingram, 6'9" wing, 6'10", with OG Anunoby, a 6'8" wing. You put OG Anunoby at the shooting guard position, and then you run Ingram at the 3. And you got Randall at the 4, 6'9", 6'10", 6'8". That'll be one of the biggest units in the NBA. Would I sacrifice Ihart and Mitch to get that kind of unit together? Yes, I would. Because I feel like centers, in my opinion, are like NFL halfbacks, personally. But with that said, salute to all you Knicks fans, man, that tuned in, man. I got these nice towels. Shout out to these nice towels. You right? the Statue of Liberty. I've always loved the Statue of Liberty. This is why the Statue of Liberty is like my main logo for the podcast. Because the Statue of Liberty, she, you know, that lady, I love her. Love her. But I'm out of here, man. Salute to all the Knick fans that's tuned in. I'm about to go to Kingdom, see what's up with the Kingdom game and all of that, man. God bless all of you Knick fans, man. I love y'all. Peace and blessings, man. Peace and fucking blessings, man. And thank you once again for Harlem, everybody who showed up to the family liquor store yesterday for my father's get together. You know, I'm gonna give you a little short story. We held most of the balloons inside of here, right? Most of the balloons was inside of here, but when we took out the balloons to release them, you know, they go in the sky and you can't find them, right? So I spoke. You know, we released the balloons. Only 4 of the balloons really went up in the sky. The rest of them was up in the sky, but they like faded off in the wind. The 4 balloons was the angel balloons. All I could think to myself with the other balloons was just in the air and they was just flowing. I said, yo, my father did not want to leave here yet, yo. He ain't want to leave yet. Not the liquor store. If you probably would have did it in Central Park, the balloons would have probably left. But he ain't want to leave yet, man. I appreciate stuff like that, man. So I want to make sure that I keep his legacy and the memory intact, right? But love you, Knick fans. I appreciate y'all, man. God bless y'all, man. I love y'all. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a blessed fucking day. Peace out. So, yes, sir. Oh.